Hello friends. I'm putting this video today to discuss AWS S3 CLI commands and how to connect it to S3 by using command line interface. Um, I recently gone through multiple questions. People asking how we can use CLI's tools. So putting this video to give you a quick demo how we can connect to S3 by using command line interface. So the first thing is, let me introduce to you myself. So I am a AWS certified technical architect associate. Right now I'm preparing for professional certification for technical architect. So by putting this video, it will help you and it will help me as well. How it help me? Because it will give me some hands-on experience as well, without referring to any other material. And it is on the slide I put my LinkedIn profile in, just in case you want to contact me for any questions. I would be happy to answer any other questions. So what all we need to um, make the CLI tools to work, or to give a quick hands-on experience by using AWS S3 and CLI. So we need AWS free tier account. That account anyone can create. We just need a credit card and it will give you 12 months or 1 year worth of access to AWS various services, and it gives you a good exposure to AWS services where one can perform the hands-on and get the experience for different use cases, or in case you are preparing for certifications like myself, it will be easy for those folks to understand. And obviously a system, a PC, whether it is Windows or Mac, doesn't matter. So that's what all we need to get it started. So the best way to learn is to do hands-on. So let's get started. Let's put a quick demo how we can connect to S3 using command line interface. So first of all, as I told, you need to have a free tier AWS account. You need to log in to their AWS, and you need to select services. Out of services, first we'll launch EC2 instance. You go to click EC2, then you can hit launch instance. Then just to be sure that we are using free tier, you can check this checkbox, free tier only. Then just select the random AMI, Amazon Linux 2 AMI, and then T2 micro will use, that is free tier eligible. Then come next and keep everything default. And just to note, we are using IAM role as none for now. I will explain what it will do and how to fix it later. And keep everything by default. Go to app storage, keep everything by default, whatever it is. Add tags, no need to put tags. Then configure security group. Either you can create a new security group or you can use existing security group. I will use my existing security group which I have created for one of my other exercise. So I'll select it. It is just web DMZ standard. It is HTTP over AT, then HTTP, or rather we can make some adjustment if we can. Then we can make adjustment here, then SSH over 22 port, and then HTTPS on 443. Those are standard ports. So it is just a simple web DMZ security group that I have created. Select it and go to review and launch. Ignore this warning. This is just giving us that our security group is too open to the world, but we can use it as it is for this particular demo, because I will anyway going to terminate this EC2 once we have completed our demo. So review all the settings, everything should be good. Just launch it and see whatever, either you can create an existing key or you can create a new key. I will use my existing key and I acknowledge that I have access to this existing key. So the point here to remember is you have to have this key pair in your access to get connected from PuTTY if you are using Windows machine, or from terminal if you are using Mac machine. So I will be using it on Mac machine, so I have to have access to this particular key whichever I am selecting while launching this EC2 instance. The similar way, if you are using Windows, you have to have this access, otherwise you can create a new key. So with this, let's launch the instance. So our instance is launching, then go to view instance. So it is still pending, so let's wait for it to come online. It will be usually it will be very quick. So once it will be ready, we'll see, instead of pending, we'll see running. So let's wait for few minutes and then we can refresh our screen. Yeah, it is running now. So what we need to do is we need to grab this public IP. Let me get this public IP, copy it, then go to our terminal. So what we will do is ssh ec2 user at the rate that IP, then -i, then that key pair whichever we selected. So little yes, so we are connected to our EC2 instance from our terminal which we just launched on AWS. So now to use command line interfaces tool, we can use um, it's very simple syntax. So this particular video is for connecting S3 from CLI tools. So the command is AWS S3, then if we do ls, so you'll get this error that unable to locate credentials. You can configure credential by running AWS configure. So this is an error because it terminal or this EC2 instance does not have access to S3. That is the reason it is giving me this error message. So there are two ways to connect it. Either I can get my credentials or access key ID or secure ID for this user from my IAM module in AWS and put those credentials on this EC2 instance. So that will not be a secure way. The most secure way is to configure a IAM role in AWS and give EC2 access, or in other words, create a role having access, admin access to S3, then attach that role to this EC2 instance. So that is the most secure way of giving S3 access to your EC2s. So you remember when we launched the EC2 instance, we put the IAM role as none, as I highlighted earlier. So let's go back to our console, AWS console, go to the services, then under security and access identity compliance, go to IAM. Under IAM, go to roles, and we can create new role. Then AWS services, EC2 Lambda and other. We need EC2. Let's click it. Next permission. Then we need S3, Amazon S3 full access. Let's select this and then next. Role name, my EC2 S3 role, something like that. So role description allow EC2 instances to call AWS services on your behalf. Everything is fine. Then create role. So So the role has been created. Now we'll go back to our EC2, go back to the running instance, then select, it is already selected, then go to this or go to action, then instance setting, then attach or replace IAM role. You can put my EC3 S3 role which you just created, and then hit apply, and it is succeeded. You can close it out now. Everything else looks same. Give it few seconds to get it configured. In the meantime, I'll show you the S3 buckets that I have in my account. So I have only one S3 bucket, which is this. I just created something. So let's go back to terminal window and then run it again. So you see, now you will be able to see my bucket, which is I just showed you on the console that this is my first bucket. So this is how we can use CLIs, and how we can configure our EC2 to connect to the S3. And what I want you to do is I want you to go to this URL aws.amazon.com/CLI and go to the S3 related section on this page. You will see many commands related to this. The basic start point of the command is aws -space s3, then ls that I just showed. This will do listing of your all your buckets. Then if you do this s3 colon / my bucket, then it will show you the content inside that bucket. And what else you can do is you can copy it, same command aws s3, then cp, then from where to where, simple cp command, and then recursive. This is pretty much a straightforward command. So this page is very helpful from the Amazon AWS official documentation for all these commands. So that's how we can connect it from our CLI to S3 on or any other services from EC2 or any other compute service. I hope it will help you guys to understand how we can start with CLIs. In my next video, I'll try to add some more commands, and I'll keep on putting these short hands-on videos so that everyone will understand how we can run those commands or how we can use the free tier account to learn and to use it in our live projects, or maybe it will prepare us for the AWS certifications. So I showed you earlier my LinkedIn profile URL. Just go to there, and if you have any questions, let me know, and we can discuss, and we'll see if we can solve other issues that you may have. That's it for this video. Thanks guys. Bye.